Hey everybody, Aurian here. Got a bit of a dilemma about a video again. I'm gonna have to rant. The battle between the Dragon Zord and Kiryu, aka Mechagodzilla. Now, normally I wouldn't be going, this has to be looked at. There's something going on here. Something's not right. No. This has nothing to do with that. They got everything. I'm gonna put it this way: everything in the battle, the actual battle itself, on the video, is how I see that it would happen between the two. Totally how I see it. Problem: facts. This is something that Death Battle for that show is known for. It's the facts, giving us all the facts. They missed one. A big one. Yet they brought up the other side with the very same fact. Okay? Now, I'm not going to say that they're wrong. In fact, no. The end of the battle is still going to be the same. Kiryu wins. The factor that they missed is why and more of the battle training. Okay? Godzilla himself, not the version that Kiryu throws, the one that's literally got his bones inside Kiryu. Godzilla himself was king of the monsters. The new Godzilla took that title away because it's Godzilla, but he was the king of the monsters. He's fought every kaiju over in Japan. Every kaiju in the movies. He's fought everybody. He's beaten everybody. Very few of them have beaten him. I think the only ones that got close was Ghidorah and one other. And they still lost in the end. Because, as much as I'd love to say that Godzilla is just a mindless killing freak, he's not. He's actually smart. He's just not known for tactics. He's known for brutality. But when he needs to use tactics, he can and will. He knows how to do that. So there's that. But he's also, remember, king of the monsters because he has beaten all of them. Every single one of them. In the movies. Even freaking King Kong nearly lost to him. Did King Kong fully lose? No. But he still dang near lost. So let's sink this in. When they brought up training and all that for the fighting and all and such, they brought up Tommy. Well, yes, Tommy has a large amount of time as a Power Ranger, as well as a lot of time fighting and being good in using mechs. He is not the only one with training. So is Godzilla. And Kiryu, even in the movies, they had done this in the movies, Kiryu had two, as I said, has two souls. Kiryu himself, the robotic controller, which was the one pilot. But when she gets knocked out and push comes to shove, those eyes turn back on and they go red. They showed this. That's why they did that. That is canon. The eyes going red. That's Godzilla waking up and saying, hey, time for me to fight. And yeah, Godzilla in Kiryu is still Godzilla. He still has all that training. He remembers everything. And he's still as violent and destructive as ever. So the difference between Kiryu Godzilla form and his original self is simple. Different kind of power source, still as freaking destructive, if not more so. Because Kiryu has a lot more ranged attacks because of the beams and all that, which they did bring up, and the Absolute Zero, which they used. So there's that, and he's no slouch. Godzilla, when Godzilla needs to plan shit out and realize that he knows he's gonna outpower you, he's gonna abuse that, and he did. The problem between them, they even showed it but never brought up that Godzilla did that on purpose. They both have a destruction move. Problem is, one is weaker. And they showed this. The stab from the Dragon Megazord, which is the name that they gave it, even though it's had multiple names because it's Sentai. It's been around the world. Dragon Megazord, Dragon Battle Mode, all the different names they gave that thing. But around the U.S. and the United States in general, it was commonly referred to as the Dragon Megazord. Not the, what was it, the Ultra, what did they call it, like the Ultra Zord or some shit, where it was like all of them combined, including the Tyrannosaurus. They gave that another name, and I forget it off the top of my head, and I feel like a dork, because I actually used to watch the show, but it's sad. Even that thing's weapon, its kill move, is nowhere near as destructive as the Absolute Zero. And they show this. But him literally letting himself get stabbed just to get a free shot, Godzilla's done that kind of stuff before. He's done it to Ghidorah, he's done it to Mothra, he's done it to quite a lot of them. He will literally let himself get hurt if it means he's going to have a free shot. He literally let them put that in and then grabbed it for that spear. He did that because, hey, you're not moving and you haven't let this thing go, so I'm just going to blast your ass right here. It was a free shot. And Godzilla will do that kind of stuff. And they also, during the fight, did a real good job of showing the kind of volatile nature Godzilla has. Godzilla will not hold back. He will keep swinging. Regardless of if he's got a hold of you or not, he's going to still swing. And they showed that pretty well with him grabbing the Dragon Zord, because it wasn't the Megazord at the time. And then just start punch, 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 and every time shooting it. Every time he hit him with that blade, he was shooting the laser that's there. So it's like, that's a Godzilla tactic. That is something he will do. And they did not mention that the two of them are almost equal, if not more so, in training, him and Tommy. They both have been fighting giant monsters for damn near most of their life. I think Tommy was like, lore-wise, I think he was like 15 or 16. He was in his mid to late teens when the show started. He was still a teen, but he was up there in age, like alongside the original Red Ranger, who ended up being Gold. He was up there, like, near him in age. So, yeah. And from then on, Tommy had been a Power Ranger, like, ongoing the entire way through. Godzilla has the same amount of training. So in the end, even bringing up his training, if you weren't going to mention Godzilla's, was worthless. Because the moment Godzilla took control, his training was worthless. The amount of training that Tommy had against giant monsters was on par to Godzilla. And Godzilla was fighting effectively another giant monster to him. The Dragon Sword was just another monster. Just another thing to turn around and be the king over. That's all he wanted. And that's what exactly happened, is that. So here I am ranting about this the entire time, and I haven't even brought up what I thought of the show. About their video. And I'm going to say, other than the missing fact the fact that that Godzilla and Tommy were on par with each other training-wise. They both had the same amount of training in what they did with battling. It was a great video. I'm not going to say otherwise. And they were right on who would win. Because in the end, Tommy's amount of training for fighting the monster of the week, as I call it, was trumped by just the amount of power inside Kiryu himself. And because of the fact that this from the looks of how the fight went, this was not the like first time fighting, second time fighting for Kiryu itself. Godzilla's been in this body for a while, it seemed. So, and this is also on par with what they will do. They will put the fights being them at their peak. So this was those two, Kiryu and the one pilot, at their best point against Tommy at his. And the one with Tommy at his being with the Dragon Zord. There's then no real contest once Godzilla took control. The battle was going to end up going his way because of the difference in battle style. Tommy is not really, the way Tommy's fights went, he never really was one to be extremely violent and upfront. They were wanting to get rid of the monster and protect all the people, but they weren't doing it to destroy the monster. They were doing it to protect the people, to defend. That's not what Godzilla does. Godzilla's motive is mostly just kill. Just destroy whatever gets in his way. But I've been ranting here for about 12 minutes, and I think that's all I really got time for. So, you all have a good one. Peace.